Okay, I actually want to start this off by talking about my dream from last night. I don't remember how we got to this point. All I know is that the end kind of had me a little thrown off. I usually have like these certain reoccurring dreams. Sometimes they're reoccurring dreams, or sometimes they're like reoccurring scenes in dreams. So it could be like a totally different dream, but there's like always like the same setup. So one of my repeat scenes is me waiting at the bus stop down my road and waiting for the school bus to get me. That was like a regular dream for a while when I actually was going to school, while I was still in grade school. It continued to be a thing. In the dream, the school looks like a combination of my middle school and high school. And as I got older, I still had those dreams. I would get really confused and a little upset when I woke up. The dreams wouldn't be bad, but it was just like I just felt like I was too old to still be dreaming about being in high school slash middle school. I would have dreams about college, about me being in college, but the dreams about me being in like high school, middle school were more reoccurring than the college dreams. Whenever I had like a dream where it was like showcasing me in college and like with my college friends, or being out in the city and stuff like that, having more dreams like that instead of just like having dreams of me being back home and stuff, like I would get really excited because I would feel like this is me maturing and moving on from that phase of my life. I felt like still dreaming about high school and middle school meant that I was still in this kind of like, not necessarily the mindset, because I know I wasn't in the mindset, but it's like there's still something here that I'm attached to. It wouldn't be in like a nice, fun, nostalgic way. It would be different if I was dreaming about it. Oh my God, no. I'm sorry, my computer wanted to install updates right now. Girl, you see me talking. It wouldn't be dreams where I'm like nostalgic and reminiscing about high school and stuff like that. It just like, it felt very much like real time. Like I'm still in high school, middle school, or like I'm still like in this place or whatever. I felt like I just wanted to move on. So now, with me like taking the school bus, I was waiting at the end of my driveway. Usually in the dream, I'm like kind of running late because I was always late for the school bus. I was always running for that fucking school bus. But it would be like me running late and me being like, oh my God, I need to go out there. And then me running out to the driveway and catching the bus. After a while, it's so funny because it's like my mind knew it in the dream. I don't know if anybody else has ever had these kind of dreams before. I have this thing that happens where I go half lucid. I've had lucid dreams before, but at this current state, it's hard for me to like maintain staying in a lucid dream, in a lucid state, because I just get really freaked out. My mind just can't take it. It's like, where am I? Oh my God, I'm inside my mind. What the hell is happening? And I just like wake up, regardless of whether, like sometimes I'll wake up mad because I'm like, no, damn it, I actually wanted to stay in that dream. I don't know how to stay in a lucid dream yet. But sometimes what'll happen in my dreams is I say like half lucid because part of me will be aware that I'm in a dream, but then will immediately suck me back up into the dream and not want to like fully believe that, because it's like a part of me knows that I'm scared to go fully lucid in a dream. During these school bus dreams, the more I had them, the more I started becoming more consciously aware in the dream. When I was actually on the bus, I just like looked around at like at all the kids, and I was like, I could have just drove here. Don't I have a car? Don't I know how to drive? Like, what's going on? And I start getting lucid in dreams is when like I recognize one of the patterns or one of the scenes that's going on in my dream. I ran out like I usually would to go catch the bus. I saw it down the street and I saw my dog running towards me. But then I was just like, oh my God, wait, you can't be out here right now because the school bus is coming. How are you going to get back inside? Like, where's mom and dad? Once the bus really got like to me, it never stopped, but when I looked at it, it wasn't a school bus anymore. It was just a big yellow truck. And then I stood there. Wait a minute. I don't go to school anymore. I don't have to wait for a bus anymore. And then I just walked with my dog back to the house. And then I woke up. I was so happy because I was like, please, is this like a spiritual sign of me like maturing and finally moving on to the next stage of my life? Like I might still have dreams about high school and middle school and the bus or whatever, but now they might feel more nostalgic instead of present, you know? I said that dream for a reason because, like I said before, I love dream interpretation. I love all of that. And I just, this is the first time probably in months that I've been able to really fully like remember a dream and wake up being like, oh my God. Dreams occur for many different reasons. There's certain times when I feel like, when I'm really feeling like I'm going through a phase in my life, that my dreams are just like constantly trying to tell me something. For a while, I've just been kind of like willy-nilly dreaming. I was just kind of like existing, and now I'm getting into another phase of my life, and my dreams are like telling me that. So sometimes I'll have dreams that are just like me going out partying with my friends and having fun, because like, that's what I do with my friends. So it's just like girls night constantly in my head. We were like at this restaurant slash library. It's a dream, don't ask. But we had all brought like people with us so we could all meet new people. Me, one of my friends, and this guy wanted to go get something from a cafe that was like down the street. For some reason, he like took his shirt off. We were just like having drinks and eating and stuff like that. So I'm like a bit tipsy. So I was just like, oh, I want to take my top off too. But like I was wearing some kind of sweater with a tank top on. And so like that's what I meant. I was trying to be funny in that way. Like just take my top off and you just see a tank top and it's just like, okay, I get you, whatever. But now, like when I took the top off, it was just like literally just my bare chest. It was as if I took the sweater, the tank top, and my bra off all in one swoop somehow. And so now I was just bare chest out. But like I didn't process it until it was a delay in my mind. Oh my God, I'm topless in front of everybody. They can all see my tits. And everyone's just kind of like looking, shock, amusement, and also just like laughing and stuff like that, like as if it's just a normal little joke, as if this is a normal thing that people do. Instead of putting my shirt like back on normally, because like we had already started getting up and walking out, I literally just like wrapped everything around me like it was a towel and just tucked it in and made like a little tube top. I don't even know, but that's also another recurring scene or recurring theme for me in my dreams. I was shocked and I was freaking out, but I also wasn't all the way shocked and freaking out, because this happens a lot to me in my dreams where all of a sudden I'm topless. I have like a theory on that too, like about just like me needing to express myself more and put myself out there like without fear and shame. I only like go topless in my dreams when something is about to be exposed, or I need to expose something, or I feel like I'm doing too much or exposing too much, and my brain will interpret that by like just making me topless in public and social situations, which is really funny to me. So we go off into this little cafe and we're asking to use the bathroom. In my dreams, bathrooms are usually either really like crazy disgusting, like I'm talking about mountains, piles of shit, piss, vomit, toilet paper, blood, like literally overflowing the toilet, and I have to like search around for a good enough toilet, but I end up finding like some kind of like cheap broken down toilet. And when I finally get to use the bathroom, that's another thing where I'll be exposed. I finally like sit down, relax, and I'm like, okay, I get to finally pee. The walls come down, everyone's walking around me, all the girls in the bathroom see me full on taking a piss or a shit. Random people just start showing up in the bathrooms trying to talk to me, and I'm just like, bro, literally just give me 5 minutes. I'm trying to just pee. Either that or the bathrooms will look like locker room labyrinth type situation, and that's what this bathroom was. It started off looking like a regular bathroom, but then the more we kept walking into it, it just like was twisting and turning into this whole labyrinth. And I was like, what the hell? But like the bathroom stalls were like super tiny and it was really hard to close the doors. So we were just trying to find like a bathroom that works. She was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna go in this one. And she kind of disappeared for me. I was still looking for one, but I was just like amazed at all the stuff I was seeing. And there was like different posters and signs around the walls, and I forgot, it was something about like the food that they served there. It was something that they had on the wall that involved like just straight up corn. I don't like eating corn by itself. So I'm still walking through this labyrinth. This guy, I find like this other side of the bathroom that like exposes this whole like building. It kind of looked like a huge ass hotel room slash mall, because it looked like a hotel room, but like the size of it was giving mall. And I'm like seeing like the waiters or the servants of the restaurant walking around, and then one in particular is just standing there looking at me, kind of like smirking, like I'm just walking by and I'm just looking at him like, eh. he says something to me, like something about like, oh, like, you know, hope you're finding everything okay, and you know, doesn't that and that. And I was like, yeah, you know, yeah. And then he goes, girl that doesn't like onions and corn. It was just very freaky to me in that moment, because when I was looking at those posters, I wasn't around him. This is before I got to that place. This is before I saw people. Like, I'm just basically saying this to say that it wasn't somebody who was watching me and saw me looking at those posters in disgust. Like, I was literally just looking at those posters and just like, but like not saying anything out loud. And he said something else about me that like he would not know unless he knew me like that. So I just like, I was like, how did you know that? And he was just like, and like just like kept smirking. And I was like, who are you? Like, what are you? And I was following him. I kept following him, and he was just like, he like went from walking normally and like just not answering me to now being like, psych, duh. And I was like, wait. And he did all of this and that, and I was still chasing after him. He jumped over the railing of the stairs, and I went to look. He literally, like, I don't know how to explain it. He went from like, when he jumped over the stairs, it was like his like body shrunk until he just like disappeared. Like, it was like a bunch of stairs everywhere, a bunch of stairs and just like hallways and rooms that led like deeper and deeper down, and things got like darker and darker, and everything around, like the more you look down, things just got more pixelated. So like you could see that there was stuff there, but it was all pixelated. Fuck it, let me just get back to the bathroom to get back to my friend, because she's probably wondering like, where the hell did Darnay go? So I'm walking, and I just see this room. It looked like a bedroom, but it was dark. Like, my eyes were like this, like wide open, but it was just, everything just looked pixelated in a really weird way, like in a way that you would see like a photo pixelated online, but it just didn't make sense to be seeing it like that in person. And so something told me just to like go in that room and see what was going on, and nothing was creepy. Everything, even though things were like dark and pixelated and stuff like that, I didn't get any like creepy, dark, eerie vibes I wanted to see in that room. I was like, okay, maybe it's like me, it's my eyes, my vision. So I tried opening my eyes up wider to see, and you know what happened? I literally went to open my eyes up wider, and I ended up waking up. I was like laying in bed like this, and then I got up and I was looking around, and I was like, damn it. I didn't know that opening up my eyes wider in the dream would just make me like wake up. Where am I? What is this place? Who are you? Where did the restaurant go? Where did my friend go? Why is my top off? What's going on? And all I got from that was, you better find out. What the freak? But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, our dreams are always telling us something.